I'm with Linnea, who is Swedish and English. Swedish first, English section. Art student.
Yeah.
How old are you now?
I'm 19.
19. And we were just talking about actually how the digitalization of the world is in a way taking away some sort of things that are pure and special that you do with your hands. And you were just, if you could just talk to me a little bit about how you don't want too much of the world to go to that, and how it's nice to do things that are real.
Yeah, no, especially like, being an art student, I always feel that now when you see the iPads and you see how the children can paint on the iPads, it's like a bit sad purely because like art's supposed to be so hands-on and being completely messy and getting your hands in the paint and doing like fingerprinting and doing all these crazy things like hands-on. You'd be able to mix your colours by yourself and get the perfect colour that you want, whereas on the iPad you can fill in and it's quite new and interesting, but it's taking away from what art should be in the same way as the digitalization of the books are taking away from the beautiful animations and stuff that you can usually see in them, like the pop-up books and stuff like that.
And also we were talking about how you see a lot of vintage stores, but it's not real vintage.
Yeah, it's like vintage store, like they've taken on the style of vintage, but now it's like the copy of the vintage, and there's like a whole collection, and it's the style, but it's not actually vintage. It's like 10 years old. It's not from the 1920s or 40s. It's the style of that, which is a bit sad as well, because there's so many of them now. Like, when you actually want to find vintage, it's hard.
So you'd rather do the real thing?
Yes, because there's so many of them now, and it's like rockets on every corner now. They only used to be like small ones, and they used to have really unique and special things. Whereas now, everyone has everything.
Now, how do you feel about keeping in touch with your friends? How do you feel about the difference between doing it through Facebook or other electronic mediums versus real contact?
Well, I don't know. I always used to write letters when I was younger with my friends in Sweden. Letters, yeah, and used to send each other photographs. Oh my god!
I'm taping, okay.
And I don't know. We used to do that a lot, and it was really nice. But I guess keeping in contact with people over things like Skype, I guess, is quite nice purely because it's cheap and cheerful, and you can actually see the person, which is a good substitute, but it still takes away from the fact, writing yourself, seeing someone's handwriting, or even now I've actually gotten letters from people where they're printed out from the computer, they're not actually using their own handwriting, when that is so personal to the letter itself. So I think, that should be brought back, because people's I know my handwriting's really bad because I type everything at the moment. I think that's, something you lose as well.
And what about friends of yours who are local? Is it best to be in touch with them? Is Facebook okay, or would you rather if they can call you or they're just down the street?
Well, yeah, but
How does that work?
That's a bit silly. Like, many of my friends are just down the street, and we'll still text each other and talk on the phone rather than just go outside. Purely because we're becoming really lazy. But I guess technology has its benefits, but it's also has its kind of kills the fun of having to go to someone's house or having to walk somewhere to actually see them and being able to take care of them, or if they're upset or whatever, you can call them rather than seeing them face to face.
Thanks, Linnea.
You're welcome.